Do you want to let people know how you're doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing wonderful. Well, I'm not going to say completely recovered, but I'm well on the mend.
Well, it's really great to see you. I'm glad you're out.
Me too.
So yeah, we are back, y'all. Right on time.
But it was nice. I have to say, though, it was nice lying in an adjustable bed all day, watching television, being weighted on hand and foot, electrolytes through my IV, and being pumped full of opioids all day. It was more of a med spa than a hospital stay.
Yeah, sounds nice.
I mean, every 2 hours, Dilaudid, oxycodone, Dilaudid, oxycodone.
Sounds like a dream.
You know, now I can't really remember
Maybe
it.
it all was a dream.
I can't really remember it, so maybe it was.
You know, I wish that Versus was a dream. Unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to cover the Versus, but that was a disappointment, and I'm glad it's behind us.
I feel like it wasn't about the verses, it was about showing off affordable acrylic wigs. I mean, I don't know whose line was featured, maybe Portia's, but it was definitely about the hair, not the music. I mean, Gladys Knight and Patti LaBelle showed us what a versus was. They were giving us a hair commercial, a Ciroc commercial. It was just ad after, it was like a radio show, just a lot of ads and a hit or two.
Right, it was like just brought to you by Doritos, you know, and Ciroc. Like, that's not the reason why we tuned in the Versus in the first place. It was artist appreciation. And I'll get into that later down the line to talk about that. But anywho, what were your thoughts on the Salt and Pepper movie? Because I didn't see it yet, so let me know, is it worth seeing?
It's a great feel-good movie giving almost TLC quality, except for, you know, they don't look anything like them. For the first hour and 45 minutes, I was enjoying myself. Stop there. Once they get beat up in the club or in the back of the club, stop. Don't watch no more. The thing is, Salt looked like Pepper, Pep looked like Salt, but Pep really looked like Blanca from Pose.
Oh man, like I heard that the casting selection wasn't that great. That's all I heard. I didn't hear anything about the actual movie.
It got really crappy after the hour and 45-minute mark. But I would say the acting was okay. It's just they didn't look like them, so you were always thrown.
Mm-hmm. Well, I bet Spinderella is glad she wasn't a part of it, right?
No, of course not. She's jealous. But I would say, I feel like this was a movie about friendship. This gave a Thelma and Louise tea. And it was about them and their relationship. And I feel like if they had put spin in it, it just would have been too much. It would have had to been like an 8-parter. It would have been too many things going on. I feel like it could have been good, but also they don't even get along like that to really make that kind of cohesive story. Salt and Pepper do.
So wait, like they omitted Spinderella out the entire movie?
No, she was there. She just wasn't in their friendship. The movie was about their friendship. She was on the tour bus with them. She was in the photo shoots with them. She was performing with them. She just didn't talk a lot. It was like she was there, but it was about their friendship.
You know, that's how I remember them back in the day. Oof, I'm showing my age here, but I think it was like, what, 1993? And I remember, like, how old was I in 1993? I was 8. And I remember, if I want to take a guy home with me tonight, it's none of your business. Like, on my way to elementary school, I used to love Salt and Pepper. And I used to never even know Spinderella was even there. So it is what it is.
I mean, she was like a hype woman. She was, you know, in the back, up on the DJ, waving her hand, you know, or sometimes joining in on the choreography, but more like a backup dancer, like a safari. Mm-hmm. But, you know, knowing how to play the background.
Right. I'm trying to think of a current group or a group everybody knows where the member, like, there's a third member or
Michelle.
I mean,
All right, I'll give you a better one. Anika Noni Rose in Dreamgirls, when she literally said, look, I just want to be a part of the group and sing and have fun and wear the pretty clothes. I'm having fun.
well, I meant more so like a group with their name in the title, but they're missing like the other person. We know they're in it. That's why I was just like, I can't think of one. But
That's a lot of white groups.
you're right. You're right.
That's a lot of white groups. Like that gives me like a, you know, Cranberries, Oasis. Like I get to all Gwen Stefani's people.
Oh, like No Doubt.
Yeah, that's when you get more of that, where it's like the band is really important, and you've got a songwriter back there, and like you know, or the drummer writes the music,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like you know, but you've got the front person, so it's you know more of a collaborative.
Linkin Park.
There you go. The people who know how to play the background, they're like, look, I like to do this, but I want to play the background.
Mm-hmm. Also, before we get into the show, like the meat of the show, can we just like give a rest in power to like the legend Cicely Tyson, who went on to glory at the age of 96. Like she lived a long, great life, and she worked. She works. Yeah, just shout out to like a real legend, you know?
I'm sad, but she left us with so much.
Yeah.
I mean, just a true icon up to the end. Kenya Moore admits she regrets feuding with Phaedra Parks over Apollo Nida. I could have distanced myself from him, especially when it bothered his wife. Oh, so now that you're out here getting cheated on left, right, and sideways, and your husband won't even let you in his house, won't let you meet his parents, now all of a sudden you want to feel for another reptile? Because I'm sorry, but Phaedra and Kenya both have scales. Kenya's are on the outside, Phaedra's are on the end.
Kenya knew what she was doing, like when she first stepped on the scene.
I mean, to throw yourself at someone else's husband is
Felonious husband at that.
Really, and then it's like you want those sloppy seconds, those air mattress conception sloppy seconds. Well, I guess you figured, well, he got her knocked up, he could do it to me since nobody else will. Nobody.
And it was always inappropriate. Like the first time where, you know, Apollo grabbed her and like jumped in the pool with her, and to the point where they were beefing, and she specifically told Kenya not to talk to her husband, and she did already. She's like, what's she doing? You remember that scene?
Mm-hmm.
I think they were in Jamaica or some island. I don't know.
At the hotel.
Over there?
At the hotel. Oh, yeah, she made a beeline over to the men, always making a beeline over to other women's husbands. I mean, you can't keep Kenya away from other women's husbands. And now karma and irony have come together and made it so that you can't keep Kenya's husband near her. Honey, he won't even live in the same state, the same county. Oh.
And that is a perfect segue right after our sponsors.
There's a lot of things that I've learned about getting healthy, but a lot of that is contradictory information. Things like the food pyramid don't apply anymore. Noom said it's not about the one thing you ate today, but how you eat in general. I know we've all gotten questionable eating advice. Your grandma said don't eat before bed. Your mom said don't eat anything white. Noom teaches you about eating, your cravings, and how to build new habits so you can ditch misconceptions and get smart about your choices. Based in psychology, Noom teaches you how to eat so you can accomplish your personal goals and stick with them. You don't need rules to lose weight, you need information. With Noom, you pick the health goals that you want to help your aspirations become real. I mean, my goal is I want to eat to feel better, know my cravings, and stop thinking that certain foods are bad. Cheesecake is good, just not a whole one.
So one thing about Noom that I love that, you know, it's forgiving. You know, like we all have our long days. You know, I be editing on hours on hours on hours. You know, I'm human. So if I go off track, you know, I get on track the next day. And it really doesn't demand much of your time, only like 10 minutes a day. There's a science to getting healthier. It's called Noom. Sign up for your trial today at Noom, Noom.com/roast. Learn how to eat again with Noom and sign up for your free trial today. It's Noom, Noom.com/roast. Ready to learn how to live healthier? Then sign up for noon today at noom.com/roast. So speaking of, Kenya's loveless marriage, her soon-to-be ex-husband has made a statement, Mark Daly, and this is what he said. After recently attending mediation, Kenya and I have agreed to end our marriage. I will always have great care for her and look forward to amicably continuing to co-parent our daughter Brooklyn with an abundance of love and wisdom.
Care? He said care. I will always have an abundance of care for her. Now I will always love her as my mother's daughter, as a friend. I will always have care for her. You care for a cat or a dog, and that's when you're sitting. I love Pete with all of my heart. Are you serious? You care for Kenya? Damn, Kenya, Pete got more than Kenya, and that's sad. That is sad. But then again, I guess some bitches live better lives than others.
Well, okay. He ended his marriage to Kenya before the day of her 50th birthday last week, and now, I know, right? It's so petty. It is so petty. She really knows how to pick him, And now he has an announcement. He's working on his own reality TV show. Shocker. Hands for anyone who's shocked.
I thought he wanted nothing to do with this, and he begrudgingly came on.
Exactly. You know that hissy fit that he had at his event?
Child, he was making himself a star, and like, Bravo ain't gonna make money off me. We gonna make money off Bravo. Well, not we, because Kenya ain't gonna make nothing but some meager child support at best.
Right. So Bossip exclusively reports that the veteran restaurateur has just started production for his own reality show with the celebrity co-star. Set in Brooklyn, the show will feature and revolve around Black-owned businesses, restaurant management, and even love. Sources say Daly could be seeking a new relationship on the show, so let's hope he's luckier in love this time around.
I'm sorry, you branded yourself an absolute asshole. I don't want anybody saying, ow, trying to get me to park it, because you can. I am the star. Don't ever forget that.
So what's going on with K. Michelle?
She has left Love and Hip Hop after 6 years. Now, I don't know how you leave a show that is no longer in production, but okay, congratulations.
And happy birthday.
Happy new ass to you.
Oh, did she finally get a new one?
Well, the old one. Happy old ass to you. Happy restored ass to you. I don't know what you say when somebody get happy unbotched.
I like that, unbotched. I guess our last Atlanta story was Nene was like on one earlier this morning. I think she heard that the last episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta, like it actually did well. Like it was like the most, and that's not, the bar is low, y'all. Just letting you know. It didn't do that well, but the ratings ticked up mostly because the ladies are together now and they're going on their trip. And early in the morning, Nene was like, stop watching Racist or something like that. And I'm just like, okay, Nene, okay.
Actually, we've got two more Atlanta heavy stories. Now, the first one seems to have been verified by Shekinah through an Instagram rant through a mask that I could not quite understand because I don't speak, what do you call it? Creole. Is it Creole? What is it? What do you speak?
I'm from New Orleans. I mean, I don't speak Creole, but I don't know what she's speaking. I'm not sure what native tongue that is.
And it's a thick tongue, isn't it?
When you said Atlanta stories, I thought you meant like Real Housewives of Atlanta, not, because Atlanta is hot right now. Like the tea.
Mm-hmm. We're talking about the scum and the skeezes of Atlanta. We're talking about T.I. and Tiny's boudoir antics, which now seem to have taken a very disgusting, illegal turn. Now, we're not going to get into it, but all I'm going to say is I'm sadly not surprised. It definitely gives me think thou doth protest too much, the way he tries to protect his daughters and high-fives his sons, because he doesn't want his daughter ending up in his hot tub by accident. The stories they were saying gave an R. Kelly tea. Now, this is from the friend. This is allegedly. This is unverified so far, but I, I just have my good eye on it, but I ain't surprised. What are your thoughts?
So I'm not surprised at all. And like, you can look back at our previous episodes, y'all, on how I felt about T.I. Like, y'all know how I felt. And I'm not surprised at all. And we all knew that they were doing threesomes and stuff like that. That was common knowledge. But to this point, you can't be doing stuff in Fulton County, of all places. Of all places. Like, your business will be out in the street. And it's just so ironic because Portia, tried to put this on Candy, and it's right in Candy's backyard. And I'm wondering, does Candy know about this? Unfortunately, T.I. and Tiny are very popular in Atlanta, and they have their hands or paws in many pots. Like that VH1 show, that's in danger. People are gonna be asking Candy questions. Like, if you go to Candy's Instagram right now, the comments are lit.
Really?
Especially when she tried to post. She posted herself on an adult swing. I'm like, Candy, read the room, girl. Read the room. So while he's looking it up, this is just how it started. Some woman came forward who knew T.I. and Tiny, and she said something about assault. And then Tiny came back and was like, you thirsty? Leave us alone. I don't know what you're talking about. That's what she made a mistake with. She should have just left it alone, like not even respond to it. So then the lady, she doubled down and was saying all types of stuff. And apparently she knows them very, very well. And she started spilling some tea. With the tea out, Shakina, is that her name?
Whatever.
That girl who was crying over Gucci. She said something about like, oh yeah, well, she the one that was introducing the girls to them. I'm like, do you realize what you just said? You just confirmed something that you probably didn't mean to. I'm pretty sure Tiny is at her door right now, wanting to beat her ass. Like, but she was just like, oh yeah, like they do it, but you were a part of it too. Like, are they friends? Like, I don't keep up with Shakina and Tiny. Are they still friends?
You think I follow the bowling balls of Atlanta?
Oh, well, if y'all want to see it, head on over to Love B. Scott with all the tea and all those messages, and it is not looking good. It's not looking good. It's hard to have sympathy for Tiny, but she's always been a ride or die for her man. And they're saying Tiny is more violent than T.I.
They're also saying Tiny was participating.
Oh, yeah. And they made you do some cocktails before you entered their residence. The family hustle indeed.
And in more Atlanta news, Married to Medicine.
Ooh, I cannot wait. I mean, we need something to save Black Sunday nights at Bravo. We really do.
Now, I hate to say it, but they will start them off there for 4 weeks and then move their happy butts to Friday.
You think? I think Married to Medicine is like top tier Sunday night material now. And they need something to like either come before Atlanta or after it.
They're going to keep it there until Atlanta goes, and then they're going to have their scripted shows on Sunday in the spring. Because they've done it for the past 2-3 years now, putting that on Friday the second Atlanta goes off. That's what happens.
I don't know.
I would say this. I agree that it's top tier, but for some reason, it has such a strong audience, they will watch it on a Friday night.
Well, Atlanta is now a bumper for Married to Medicine. That's how I see it. Lisa Nicole Cloud is back. Is she married or did she divorce her husband?
I think her and Darren Nongle are separated.
Oh.
Darren Noggle. Now, Lisa. One, why do you insist on looking like Lisa? It is 2021. Even she let the look go. Why were you never Lisa Noggles? I mean, Rob Dixon, with all of her femininity, is still Rob Dixon. Lisa Nicole, facing your cloud. You were never Lisa Noggles. Fascinating to me.
Along with Lisa Nicole Cloud, Quad will be coming back as well as a friend of.
Forehead.
Yes. I'm guessing because she got into it with Heavenly that there was like, okay, we're gonna bring her back on. Heavenly looks good. She looks snatched, but she still has a dirty soul in the inside.
I love how you let that airbrush fool you. Here's what they did. They took a picture of Naturi Naughton in that dress, a picture of Beyonce's hair, and they just superimposed Heavenly's face on it with one of them Instagram filters. Come on, Chris. You know a super composite image when you see one. Ain't no way in hell that's Heavenly. I'm sorry. She would have to go to Korea and get them hips shaved down with a bone saw. And she's too cheap.
Not Korea.
Where else are they going to do it? I don't even think they could crack that type of hip in Brazil.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to say, what about Brazil?
Brazil is where you get sucked out. Korea is where you get shaved down. That's where Rumor Willis went.
Did you see Demi Moore? Is that her name?
Yes, and I think that was makeup. I don't think that was her face.
Good
And if it was, here's the thing. If that was her face, I don't care. There are plenty of other white actresses who haven't ruined their faces. Bye, Demi Moore. Hello, Madeline Stowe. I'm sorry. I am not interested in the plight of white women. And moderately talented ones, I mean, if we had lost a Reese Witherspoon or a Nikki Kidman, I might have, and that would have been that. But Demi Moore, the last significant thing you did was the indecent proposal. Girl, my career is longer than yours. That's pathetic.
But back to Married to Medicine.
Now let's talk about the looks. I want to talk about the looks. We can't do Married to Medicine without talking about the looks. We have to get into it. Now we had already talked about this super composite image that Heavenly is supposed to be. Let's do this new heifer. Okay, at least you're giving a bold lip, but it's still Grape Crush. I get you're trying to give us traditional jewelry. Maybe something that was a little more blingy that went with the color of the dress. And this dress, you could have gone on with a full sari because this is sari. It's half-ass. Like, it looks like it wants to be, it looks like a Lisa Nicole Cloud number. Or something Tyler Perry would put a sister in.
She looks like somebody. Just can't put a name on it. Like, she's definitely like a doppelganger to Mariah. Like, I think she's black and like has an Indian husband as well. They're just like, okay, we're just gonna replace Mariah with a doppelganger.
It was a Mark Daly fuck you. A thorough fuck you. Ooh.
Yes.
Bravo said, you want to make trouble? Well, we'll make it your worthwhile.
Dr. Jackie looks good to me. I wish the hair was a little bigger.
What? Dr. Jackie looks good. Where?
You don't think she looks good?
This pool, this is too, like, at the office, Dr. Jackie. Like, at the top, all it is scrubs without sleeves. That's all that top is. And that ponytail. It's just a little extra for work. That's all that is. That's a little extra for work. That is it. That work makeup, a little bit of a lip, and that's a maroon sensible work lip. And that skirt, it looks like she just bunched up the fabric from the pants that those scrubs were made out of. This is like when Marge Simpson mangled that Chanel dress that she got at the Goodwill to fit in with the country club. That's what this looks like. It looks like she made this on her sewing machine. But those shoes, Jackie finally got a shoe right. But honestly, it looked like they airbrushed them on her feet because I don't believe she could pick out something that nice looking. It probably looks cheap in person.
Moving on, Miss Contessa has the middle spot. Look at that. I mean, the hair is gorgeous. I love the dress. The shoes are, they're okay, but the dress and the hair, like, it's great. I like it.
Okay. Now, the dress is beautiful in a different color. And the thing is, Contessa, if you were so intelligent, I wish you could have picked something original rather than going with Portia's season 11 look, except you put it in this ugly, like, I guess, tiger print pattern, and she did it in a beautiful blue. Remember when they had their best cast photo ever in Atlanta and everybody was in the dark blue? This is the same dress Portia had on, the exact same. I think Portia's might have gone to the floor, so she brought hers up to the cankle. And then these hideous shoes, they go with nothing, nothing, nothing. all these adornments. It's like, this is what, a 17-year-old girl wears to her senior prom when they were playing Kiss Me.
You have a point with the shoe. I have a clearer picture now, and those shoes, they're a crime.
You got to look up Portia's dress.
I know what you're talking about. And when they were wearing that royal looking photo, they were all wearing black. It looks really nice.
Isn't that the exact same dress though?
The sleeves are very similar.
And so is the silhouette. Like, I really do think there was that line across the middle and everything. Oh, Jesus Christ, it gets worser. It's only gonna get worser. Shout out to Roxanne. Shout out to Roxanne. And I think that was from a Future song, and she sings that on her channel. So shout out to Roxanne.
Next up, we have Toya.
Tacky Toya. Oh my God.
The dress is wearing her.
The dress is a bandage. Look at those tit slings. It's like she sprained her bosom. And it's like, okay, look, I can't wear a bra, but I still can't let them, sag. So I gotta sling it up. It's like there's a baby or something. It's like you broke your arm, except your like, what is that? No. If you're gonna do that kind of top and you're going to try to give, that island girl tee, you've got to be able to give that island girl tee waist down and everything, and then it can look right. But this with the sleeve under it, trying to give some type of first lady when you're a third lady, and then she got a little hip pop, okay. But then the problem is the dress is coming up like a curtain. Why are you wearing drapery, Scarlett O'Hara?
I think she's too short for this dress.
And those shoes, really? Are we going to Studio 54?
Last but not least, we have Simone, and she looks like an elementary school principal.
She also looks like the black version of Miranda from Sex and the City. This is Miranda all day. This is season 1 Miranda, thinking she's going somewhere looking high fashion. Oh, I mean, like the teeth and everything. I'm telling you. I was like, bum, 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 bum. I was like, oh, okay. So you see Simone shooting her shot. She like, look, you can have a black woman of age out there. I could be. But all in all, I would say that's one of the worst promotional pics I've seen.
I like it.
I'm glad someone did.
Did you like the trailer? Did it make you excited to watch, to review it, of course?
I will be really happy to see Tessa leave her husband and go be with Britain. And then it'll be really interesting to see which one of us her husband picks. Because we both going out there. We both may the best man win. He might like a little sugar. He might like a little spice. We don't know.
I like the trailer. I think there's a lot in store. I really like that part where Contessa told Toya, who are you talking to? The person I'm looking at. Like, Toya, she always with the bullshit, but I will say Contessa would wear her out. Contessa would body slam her. With Toya, she always writes checks that her mouth can't cash. That's a double entendre too, because she be writing bad checks too.
To the IRS and everybody else.
So does this come out in March or does it come out in February?
March 7th.
Good. Okay. So we have, Jersey coming up. We have Basketball Wives coming up. And now we have Married to Medicine.
Hoop Dreams and Heifers?
Yeah. Hoop Dreams and Heifers. I apologize. I'm sorry. That's the new name for it.
Let's move on to our ad. I am looking into a screen now more than ever, always on live, always on the phone, always watching Sling. And whether you're catching up on the news or you're catching up on Pop Roast or you're watching Bonding Blue, and the best way to do that is with Raycon earbuds. I put my Raycon wireless earbuds in, rest my eyes, but still enthrall my mind. Whether you're looking to catch up on podcasts, news, entertainment, audiobooks, or working out, these are the earbuds that will make the difference.
So these are my Raycon earbuds right here, and it's my favorite color, of course. And you know what? I love the sleek design of it right here. Easy to go in my ears. It even sings to you when I put in Raycon. I can jam to my Beyonce. I can be on the Stairmaster. It will not move out my head, y'all. No dangling wires or stems to get into your way. Raycon comes in a range of stylish colorways, but always with a comfortable in-ear fit for a more discreet look. Raycons are built to perform anywhere and anytime with water and sweat-resistant construction and Bluetooth that pairs quickly and seamlessly. And with enough battery life for 6 hours of playtime, you can unplug for a while. And the best part, Raycon makes great sound accessible to everyone with wireless earbuds starting at half the price of other premium audio brands.
Raycon's offering 15% off all their products for our listeners. And here's what you've got to do to get it. Go to buyraycon.com/roast. That's it. And you'll get 15% off your entire Raycon order. So feel free to grab a pair and to spare. That's 15% off at buyraycon.com/roast. Buyraycon.com/roast.
So in What Were You Thinking news, Trey Songz was arrested and he was in a skirmish with a police officer. He actually hit the police officer, and I'm guessing it happened because he didn't want to put a mask on after he was repeatedly asked to do so.
Trey, you ain't that damn cute.
That's the thing, like, the thing is, like, if someone just tells you to put your mask on, just do it. Or if someone tries to tell you something, I'm rich, you know, like, I don't understand, like, why he felt he had to, like, hit a cop, you know, like, I get it, but, you know, just put your mask on. And unfortunately, TMZ, they love, like, putting people on blast, and they have the camera footage that he hit the officer first. So it doesn't even matter what the officer said to him. Like, they have him on camera hitting the officer first. And you're at, like, a big playoff game. Like, is it really worth it? And he has the mug shot and everything. I don't know. Like, I just don't understand that.
I do. It's called amphetamine. Amphetamine. They alter the mood and slow the mind.
True.
And he's got a civil suit coming his way, and you ain't even been performing like that, boo-boo.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, it just seemed like he's known for his rage instead of his music these days.
His music hasn't been around since I was poor in the city. I'm trying to think the last time we gave a crap about Trey Songz is when I lived in Chelsea. And child, that's a decade ago. We haven't cared about Trey Songz for a decade. Either drop the news or move the fuck on. We don't want to hear your music no more.
I'm surprised he doesn't have an OnlyFans yet.
Let that child support get to him. We'll get it.
So speaking of music, Timberland hints that we might get the verses that some people were asking for, and he said that Drake specifically asked for this one, and it's Usher versus Justin Timberlake. Now, this is fun because I always wanted to, like, speak my mind. You get that smirk on your face.
Because why the fuck does Drake get what he wants? Who cares about Drake? Who is Drake? You don't even live here. You're Canadian. You don't even go here. Oh my God. You don't even go here. Take your ass back to Canada. Why don't you and Alanis Morissette go song for song? Why don't you do that? You and Celine, get it together. You got a whole nation, sir. A whole nation. But you wanna come over here and get in this business.
So,
take it back to Degrassi. Take it back to Degrassi. This is the Academy of Performing Arts. This is where I go. This is not where you go. You are not welcome on my school grounds, sir. Off. Out. I want you out.
was that from Lean On Me?
No.
Oh. Huh. I feel like I've heard that before. Was that all original? That was just all you?
Honey, I don't know. When I get in the zone, I get in the zone.
I mean, you're an actor when you want to be. Like, you have those soliloquies. Great. But anywho, like, y'all know how I feel about Drake, but I did agree with him because I grew up listening to Justin Timberlake and Usher. They were around the same time frame. And I personally said on my Twitter that I would love to see it. Like, I remember, like, Justin's first 3 solo albums, and I was like, I'm here for it. And I had a lot of pushback on my Twitter. And I'm here today to, like, defend my stance on it. But before I get to that, I want to know, would you like to see the matchup between Usher and Justin Timberlake?
I'm going to make a salad.
While he makes a salad, I'm going to say why I want Justin Timberlake and Usher, and I don't mind it being a good versus for me. I hope you enjoyed your salad. Uh, all I wanted to say was I said on Twitter that I wouldn't mind seeing Justin Timberlake and Usher do a versus, and I had so much pushback. So I just want to say I have my three responses to those pushbacks. First, number one, people are saying, "Oh well, they're not even peers. Like they're not even in the same category. Usher's in his own lane." I'm like, well, come on. Like Usher and Justin Timberlake, they both came out around the same time. Yeah, Usher came out in 1994 with his first album, Usher. Name three singles right quick off that album, y'all. Quickly. All right. See? So first album was My Way, 1997. Great. Justin Timberlake, 1997, In Sync. Usher has one Diamond album. Justin has two Diamond albums with NSYNC. Okay, they both was in the pop R&B lane. They're both sons of MJ. Like MJ is like the top pedestal that they aspire to. They both had bops. Justin had Timbaland and Pharrell. He's never blaxploitated black music. I'm gonna say that right now. He did not. This was no Vanilla Ice to me. If you listen to his music, his sound has been pretty much consistent. And The Man in the Woods, that was garbage. And that was the perfect time to like claw him down because that shit was whack. Number two, oh, we want verses to remain black. We want it to remain black. Well, I'm sorry, y'all, but do y'all remember the other verses with Scott Storch versus Manny Fresh? It happened already. It happened already, okay? So there are exceptions to that rule. And no one had a problem with it at first, but now it's Justin, it's a problem. That's why I'm just like, okay, if you don't like Justin, just say that. And I'll be like, fair point. Fair point. I can't argue that. But come on, y'all. Let's be honest. And then the third one, I think you would love this explanation. Oh, what he did to Janet Jackson. He almost ruined her career. You know what? I feel sorry for anybody who thinks Justin Timberlake can ruin a legend like Janet Jackson's career. I really feel sorry for anyone who believes that. Now, back in the day, Justin just came out of NSYNC into his solo career. He was scared. It was a coward move. I agree it was cowardly, but retroactively being mad at him 16 years down the line for that, after he said he apologized to her and they talked it out, like, it's none of our business what they talked about. And the person that we should be mad at is the head of CBS, because CBS owns Viacom. You know who Viacom owns? MTV, BET, VH1, all those music channels. So that's why she was blackballed, because of this old white man, not Justin Timberlake.
His name is Les Moonves, and he just got ousted from CBS for some assault allegations. He's married to the host of Big Brother.
And look at that karma work. Now, see, the universe just has a way of working. So yeah, Janet is still the legend she is, and then Les Moon Ass, whatever his name is, his legacy is tarnished forever. So yeah, that's it. I'm just saying, oh, last thing. People are saying, you know, with Janet, like, we need to protect black women. Okay, fine. I believe that. But let's be consistent with that. Y'all want Usher to go against Chris Brown, though? But y'all want to say protect black women. That's all I'm saying.
He came to you with the 1-2 punch.
Because
Chris said, I'm going to need you to make it make sense.
That's all. I want people to be consistent, because Chris Brown assaulted not one, but two black women. And we had that on record, the police reports. So.
No allegedly.
No allegedly. So the thing is with Justin, why are we really mad at him? And I'm not caping for him. I'm just like, be consistent. And if you don't like Justin, just say that and we can end the argument there. And that's just, you know, that's my rebuttal. That's all, because that was the top three main reasons people were coming at me. And I'm just like, well, 1, 2, 3. It is what it is.
He had to get that off his heart, y'all. He had to get that off his chest. He gotta,
because I went back and listened to Justified, and I was just like, this is like a whole album, no skips. Now, I'm not about to choose violence today and compare albums, because I don't want that smoke. I don't want it. But I did give y'all 3 clear, concise, you know, rebuttals to all the shit that they were talking to me on Twitter. But anywho.
And that was today's episode of The Great Debaters.
What else is going on? What else? TikTok is just becoming quite the peep show. Like, have you seen the silhouette challenge now?
Look, if I'm going to look at something like that, I'm just going to go to the websites where that material is available and I will enjoy myself there. I don't like to do this half-ass mix. If I'm on TikTok, I either want to do like real estate TikTok, funny TikTok, or yeah, that's it. That's it. I'm just there for the laughs or maybe some cute real estate. Or maybe like an interesting story. Like sometimes you will be like, oh my God, what happened? Like crazy story TikTok. Other than that, I don't need to see like the silhouette of your penis or, you know, your dick printer. If I want to look at it, I want to see it. Go show me what it does. Like, I don't like this. Ooh, don't tease me. Go just sit down. Like, I'm very like Wanda Sykes. I want to go in the strip club and just lift the leg. Look at it. Does anybody remember that joke? But I'm very much like, let's get to the point. Like, I don't need no, oh, I wonder what, no, that's not me.
It's just,
y'all can keep your silhouettes to yourself.
It's just like, it feels like people just want to be naked now, or like, you know, just show some ass. Like first we had like the busted challenge, then we had the big bank challenge, and now we have the silhouette challenge. I'm just like, Lord, just start the OnlyFans. Why don't y'all, you know?
Because they're not talented enough. And that's the thing. Instead of being able to actually be a true adult entertainer and actually put on a show where people want to see, they're like, okay, let me just follow this, you know, cookie cutter pattern with certain lighting and I can get the attention too, without having to deal with the stigma and the shame.
That's true. They put their pinky toe in the water.
Exactly. Jump in with both your feet or shut the hell up. Is there something interfering with your happiness or is preventing you from achieving your goals? I know that Pete's death was something incredibly difficult for me to get through, and BetterHelp helped assess my needs and matched me with a licensed professional therapist. You can start communicating with yours in under 48 hours. It's not a crisis line. It's not self-help. It's professional counseling done securely online. There's a broad range of expertise available, which may not be locally available in many areas. The service is available for clients worldwide. You can log into your account anytime and send a message to your counselor. You'll get timely and thoughtful responses, plus you can schedule weekly or video phone sessions, so you won't ever have to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room as with traditional therapy.
BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches so they make it easy and free to change counselors if needed. It's more affordable than traditional online counseling, and financial aid is available. BetterHelp wants you to start living a happier life today. Visit the website and read their testimonials that are posted daily. Visit betterhelp.com/poproast. That's BetterHelp, and join the over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced professional. In fact, so many people have been using BetterHelp that they are recruiting additional counselors in all 50 states. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, and Pop Roast listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/poproast.
Rosario Dawson sells her $2.3 million home in Los Angeles to move to New Jersey to get teabagged by a coffee pot.
I love Rosario Dawson. So
you're going to sell a $2.3 million house to move to Newark?
Newark has some nice property, I'm sure.
I'm sorry, Los Angeles, sunny skies, average temperature 70 degrees. Newark.
She's moving for love.
You can have all the love you need in California. Love. What's love got to do with it when we're talking about real estate? I mean, you're going to sell that house now. $2.3 million? Are you saying for Newark? And I'm really, and for a sissy, like, look, if it was for actual love, I could understand it. But girl, please, you moving in with your hag. You gonna sell a $2.3 million house for a Will and Grace situation? That's what we're doing in our 40s? It seems like a poor life choice to me.
Well, she's doing really great on The Mandalorian that shows on Disney Plus. I don't watch the show, but I'm glad she's working. She is my sci-fi queen. I love her. Like, she knows how to kick ass in my favorite action movies. So
The three-story house is newly renovated with a Sonos sound system and a remodeled kitchen with stainless steel appliances. The yard has an outdoor shower, a crystal clear saltwater pool, a hot tub, and a waterfall. And you're leaving all of that for Cory Booker. I am sorry. I don't think when I describe that house, I don't think there's a man in the world that could compare to that house. You're moving across country for a lavender marriage? Yeah, that is sci-fi. That's some WandaVision shit right there. That's WandaVision for real. He got that cranium anyway. It might be. That's the only thing that makes sense is something that don't make sense. That a saltwater pool and a hot tub for Newark and a sexless marriage. Your bed gonna be cold, your house gonna be cold, your feet gonna be cold, everything gonna be cold. Why you wanna freeze? You could walk into your stainless steel freezer if you needed to chill out.
are you finished?
Oh,
Look, if Andrew Gillum can have his cake and eat it too, Cory Booker can as well. Okay? And moving on, Wendy has been spilling her tea this entire week for this movie coming out and the biography as well, right? It's like a documentary or something.
4 hours of Wendy on Saturday. We're gonna have to nap. We're gonna have to take rest breaks. We're gonna have to keep hydrated. It's gonna be a chore, y'all.
Right. We have our work cut out for us. So first it began on this week on her show, but she has been cutting up. Like, she called out Kelvin and his now baby mama. Everyone on the show was just like, what is she doing? What is she doing?
Yeah, she said, Sharina, welcome to Hot Topics.
Getting out of my car with my money. Good morning, Journey. I think she'll be 3 next month. She really don't have nothing to lose at this point, I guess. She's just like, well, I'm telling it all. So it is what it is. And then Claudia Jordan asked her about, have you seen the baby? She was like, no, I don't want to see the baby. But, I mean, Journey, it's a pretty name. All he needs to do is just try to keep her off the pole and, make sure she's more educated than her parents. I'm just like, damn. I thought Wendy won, I thought she won the money. She don't need to, call him out like that.
He won because he gets to go on and have a second family and then a third family, all on her dime. And the truth is, they worked together for years. You set that up. You allowed him to run your business into the ground. You allowed it because you needed him to feel like the big man so he wouldn't leave you because you knew you wouldn't do the work on yourself and nobody else would date a crackhead. Also, I'd say this, Kevin earned every penny. He was a minder to a crackhead for 20 years and finally decided to step out. I don't blame him. You had to watch her drug-addled ass for 20 years. You had to worry about her burning down the house with a Coke spoon for 20 years. You had to make sure you had the right baggie getting through security for 20 years. No, sir, you earned your keep. Now enjoy your retirement.
Wendy recently revealed that her ex-husband's infidelity stretched all the way back to when she was pregnant with her son. Now she is saying success changed Kevin Hunter for the worse. Wendy Williams says ex-husband Kevin Hunter's behavior worsened as they made more money together. The more successful I got and he got, and we believed in each other, the more of a jerk he became.
Was it more of a jerk, or was it that he was tired of always having to rein and reel you in?
Well, he used his good credit to purchase property that he chose to wine and dine his extramarital affairs. This girl wasn't the only one who she's talking about, Sharina. She just happens to be the one who kept his baby. Oof. Well, she's going to talk about all that in her Wendy Williams, What a Mess. I really can't believe she named it that. And then I saw a clip from that movie, and man, I'm going to have fun with that.
Me too.
We're going to have to reconvene for this. We're going to do our separate reviews, y'all, and then reconvene on the next Pop Roast.
We're going to have a red table.
Yeah.
How you doing, table?
How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? You know, I'm surprised she hasn't gone to the red table actually with Jada.
Maybe after, but I don't know. She's got her own platform.
That would be a really good idea. But yeah, she continues to talk. So now the latest thing she said was about Method Man, and she had like, you know, a one night stand. I didn't
Mhm.
know that. And hasn't she like told this man's business enough? Like I remember last time you told me that he outed his wife's cancer.
Maybe now we know how she knew.
Isn't karma like gotten her enough? Like she's just, like leave Method Man alone. Method Man is fine, by the way, but she needs to leave him alone.
Everybody keeps saying it. I don't see it.
I think I need to show you a more recent picture of him and not like an old picture. Like the recent Method Man, like he's in Marvel shape.
Yeah, he's on power. No. He looked like somebody's uncle. He's not ugly. He just looked like somebody's uncle. If he looked like somebody were to hit on me, I'd be like, you're sweet, but you're just,
Now,
you're
y'all,
just too old. You're just too old.
now, y'all, if y'all want to look along with us, just type in your Google Method Man muscle, and that's what I'm looking at. And I'm just like, you know what? I'd be like, hello. I wouldn't say no.
That face, I'm sorry, that skin is a little Kenya Moore for me. It's a little, that skin got city miles.
Oh man.
I'm sorry, I call it like I see it.
Fair. You know, maybe I need to stick to like my Lenny Kravitz's, you know, my Boris Kajo's.
There you go, smooth skin. I'm all about skin. You know I'm all about skin.
The Morris Chestnuts.
Skin, 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 skin.
So yeah, I cannot wait, you know, for this, you know, this weekend of Wendy. And how about, you know, we both do reviews for the movie and then we can review the documentary together.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, so y'all get a Pop Roast Extra coming soon.
Yes, yes. I think there's something. Oh, we could even do like a little watch party with it, maybe. All right. Well, I am looking forward to the Pop Roast Extra, but I'll see you sooner than Kenya sees a man, but not sooner than Mark Daly finds his new woman on a reality show to say a special fuck you to Skin You More. I bet you home just scratching her face right now. Po thing.
And I'll see you sooner than the next AMC stock rise.
I have that.